Hello there and welcome back to another episode of Clifton Week in Review. As you've noticed, Matt is not with us this week. We welcome G.
Hello.
So yeah, Matt, hope you're having a lovely week off. Just before we get started, we would just like to do our very quick disclaimer. The views here are our own. By no means are we experts in the industry. We just try our very, very best to do as well as we can. On today's show, we are going to be taking a look and talk about the ELB 500 with the new Skyport. Gareth will be going through that later on. Sekonic have a brand new Flashmate, the L308X, which again, Ben will be taken on later on. I'll be announcing, or I will be announcing, Sigma have announced 7 new lenses for you E-mount users out there, as well as the AP Awards have been released. So before we get started, we just got a few kind of messages we would just like to get out there. We are currently running a spring competition for the rest of March. It's very, very simple to enter. You just send us any spring themed photography using the hashtag Clifton Spring Photography Comp. Bit of a long hashtag.
It is.
But yeah, the winner will receive £30 Clifton Cameras vouchers, and you'll receive them as soon as the winner is announced at the end of March.
It's all win-win.
Indeed.
Win.
You may have noticed last week and indeed today we have all these grommets around. There's a reason for that. In June we are taking part in the Three Peaks Challenge, and we're trying to raise money, £10,000 for the Grand Appeal charity, which helps treats over 100,000 kids a year with life-threatening illnesses. So this is a really, really worthwhile cause. So we need your help with that. We're going to be doing a video for it next week, which you should subscribe and get notifications for so that you don't miss it. And also, if you check down in the description below, we've got a link to the charity page. So if you could do that, that'd be great.
Yeah, of course, very, very close to our hearts indeed. And the last message, we want to get you more involved into our weekly videos. We haven't got a name for it, so if you can think of a name for what we could possibly give this section, that would be fantastic. Please not Boaty McBoatface, that's already been done. But essentially, we want to hear from you. You want to hear your questions that could be answered on the G-spot. Whether it's something in the video that you don't think we've touched quite enough on, let us know. We'll just mention it in our next video. Or even get back to you as soon as we can within the comments section. We want to develop a bit more of a, let's say, interactive viewing experience rather than just us talking to you week in, week out. We really would love you to get involved, whether it's criticism or whether it's questions. We just want to hear from you.
And please, please challenge me. I welcome any kind of questions at all. So yeah, just let me know what you got and I will do my best to answer it. Right, first up on today's show is me, all about the new Elinchrom ELB 500 TTL. Right, so I talked last week on the G-Spot about Flash with Canon's AI technology in their unit. So Elinchrom have come out with their first TTL. Now, yeah, G does stand for Gareth, but at the moment, because I'm talking so much about Flash, it could be Gordon. So first up, what we're talking about is to do with kind of why they did it, and then also what the technology is inside. So I spoke to Elinchrom. We all know Simon here, our rep from Elinchrom. He basically told me that Elinchrom listened to their users because our users wanted easy flow with their work, with the studio side of things, metering, etc. They just wanted that flow because they're so well known for their outdoor gear with the ELB 400 and 1200 series. They just wanted something to give someone the flexibility of working outdoors with a bit more ease. So yeah, they listened, and they do listen to anyone that uses Elinchrom or anyone looking at using Elinchrom. So yeah, you need to go and speak to them if you've got any ideas or any thoughts. So yeah, they do listen, which is great. So a few of the things with the key features behind it. So it is the most powerful and portable TTL unit on the market. A little disclaimer would appear in a second, as it always has to. Also, it has got 0.5 f-stops more powerful in HSS mode than any competition out there as well. Another disclaimer. There's also other features as well. So it's got high speed sync. So obviously if you're shooting outdoors using lower F numbers, you need higher shutter speed. So it can sync up to 8,000th of a second, which is incredibly quick. It's got active charging, which I think is a great feature, which is why I'm highlighting it. So
Active charge?
Yeah.
active charging. So what that basically means is usually with the ELB range, you need to charge the battery separately to the unit.
Right.
Okay. So then you need to have 2 batteries so you can then use one whilst the other one's charging. This one, a little bit like in-camera charging, it will charge actively as you're using it. Okay, so you don't need to think about plugging it into the main. So if you're at a wedding or somewhere like that where you are shooting quite regularly, needing to charge at the same time, that's what it does.
Perfect.
Active charging.
Nice.
Okay, so it's also got the built-in Skyport Probe TTL technology, which I'll come to in a moment, which is just a bit of an update about their Skyport series. There's also, in terms of flash duration, which is obviously how quick it will flash, incredibly quick in what they call action mode, it's to 20,000ths of a second. So in terms of flash duration, you don't want, it's extremely quick, so how fast it can flash and produce that flash to capture action. So if you're at a cycling event, indoor cycling event, a track event, anything like that, the flash duration itself is so quick it can capture and freeze frame those moments really quickly, so it's great. In terms of life, so if you're out shooting, it takes 400 100% power flashes per charge, which I think is pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's also another thing for the travel photographers that need this. It's 72 watt per hour quick release lithium ion battery, so it means it's suitable for air travel, which is really good as well, because I know there's a lot of issues with regards to lithium ions on planes and so on and so forth. It's got incredibly quick recycle. Now I know we emphasised this on the last video where the Canon's flash gun wasn't that great, and there was one that was incredibly quick. This one is 0.05 to 2 seconds, so depending what power you're using, it can charge in 5/100th. Is that 5/100th or 5/10th of a second when it's 0.05?
I think it's tenths, isn't it?
Yeah, so 5/10th of a second.
5/10th of
so
a second, which is
it's so quick. It's basically, in terms of portability, if you're an Elinchrom user or you know of Elinchrom, the ELB 400 is very portable. This is very light. The pack weighs just 2.48 kilograms or 2.5, you may say. I'm just being particular about that one. And the heads themselves, the 500 heads just weigh 250 grams. So all in all, in terms of travel, with the battery suitable for air travel, being super portable, lightweight, it's just great. And that's the whole reason, if you're a portrait photographer going to location, this is the kit you want. There's also other areas as well, a larger OLED display and the great Elinchrom 3-year warranty, so it's absolutely superb. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm hoping when I go up to TPS next week, Monday, I'll be able to get hands on with it and get a little bit more information to you guys soon. So emphasising back on the Skyport thing, which you mentioned, obviously is coming up. What that basically is, and I do have to get my sheet here, sorry about that, is they basically brought out what they call the Skyport Probe. Now it sounds like a new model, it's not. It's an actual upgrade to the firmware that runs the current Skyport Pro HS. So the physical Skyport is not changing. Okay, if people get a little bit confused and go, okay, when's it going to change, and so on and so forth. The information I've got so far is no. So soon, not immediately, we will get them turning up in our warehouse with a saying Skyport Pro. But at the moment we are receiving it, we're just saying Pro HS. Okay, so if you've currently got a HS system and you're looking at going for the ELB 500 TTL, or just want the upgraded modes, which I'll go through, it's a simple upgrade of the firmware. If you go onto our website, under the product listing, there's a click here for more information, and it's all there. So what are the main features? So not only to make them compatible across all Elinchrom series now, including the 500 TTL, there's also improved menu ergonomics. Again, listen to their customers. Okay, they have actioned that. So there is better access to the features within the setup menu, with the wheel and the settings section being clearer. So I am reading that one because it was quite a hard one to remember. And there is an automatic switch to HS mode, so you don't need to think about turning that on, so it recognises your camera's shutter speed. Again, looking at workflow to improve your workflow and the speed, and those little things you don't have to worry about. It's also changed high sync mode to say SC mode. Don't think that's a massive upgrade worth mentioning, but it does. And also there's an improvement for anyone using a 6D Mark II. There's improved stability, that's quite a hard word for me to say, for you 6D Mark II users out there. So if you currently got one, get the firmware upgraded. If you order one and you receive a Pro HS, which is the original one, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. All you need to do is just upgrade the firmware on it, and we will update our website when we start getting the Pro packaged versions coming in. So yes, just to go on a little bit more about Studio and Flash, I'm going to pass over to Mr. Ben.
Yeah, we've got the new Sekonic Flashmate L308X. This is retailing for £215. Basically what they've done is they've acknowledged the fact that more and more people are using their DSLRs now for video as well as stills photography. So instead of using light meters for both, we've actually got a reasonably priced meter that will allow you to do this for photography and for cinematography. Now there are 3 different modes. First up is the photo mode, which in addition to the shutter priority mode also adds a new aperture priority mode, which gives you carefree depth of field shots. Now I know this has got something to do with high-speed sync.
That's correct, Ben, yeah.
But I don't, well, I know someone who understands it a lot more than I do.
So just carry on a little bit from the ELB 500, because it's got the HSS, the high-speed sync mode, up to 8,000ths of a second. What Ben's explained is about the new priority mode, or aperture priority mode I should say. What that's all about is, usual light meters, you would point at your subject or you hold it against the subject, tells you the aperture to use against the shutter speed, so 1/25th flash sync speed roughly. But now because of HSS technology, you can now basically, if you turn around and go, right, okay, I want to take a picture of Ben, but I want good depth of field, so I want to set my aperture to 1.8.
Right.
So usually with an old light meter you would have to play around to get the shutter speed to where it would say that is 1.8 shutter speed. Right. So now they've simplified it. So now you can say my aperture is 1.8. There's my shutter speed. Thank you very much.
Right.
That's the whole idea of the mode, is to help you with like the HSS kind of technology. So enough of me again. Over to Ben.
Well, the next mode is HD Cine Mode. This is for filmmakers and videographers who use their HD SLRs and mirrorless cameras. So you can get exposure readings accurate to within 1/10 of a stop in accuracy, which is pretty good.
Very good, yeah.
There's also 3 display modes for this, which displays shutter speed, frame rate, and illuminance. And lastly we have the Cine Mode, which is, they've added ISO 850, which is a baseline for some very popular line cameras to help you get that perfect exposure. Again, we've got 3 display modes, and in this case it shows frame rate, shutter angle and illuminance. So that's the Sekonic Flashmate L308X. And I think Andy's going to talk us through some of the Sigma lenses.
Yeah,
awesome.
So I'm going to go to my scribble pad now, unlike these gentlemen who have actually done some printed lists. But Sigma have announced that they are going to release 7 lenses designed for the Sony E-mount. Now this may not seem like massive news, but actually it probably is. They've been concentrating on A-mount for far too long, and now the E-mount game is really improving. It's probably about time that they sort of started doing this. So they've said that they're going to release 7, but they've only actually come out publicly with 3. One of them's really caught myself and Ben's eye. I'm not sure if Gareth's aware of this lens. So the first one we'll start off with is Sigma are releasing a 70mm 2.8 art macro lens. Again, designed for the Sony E-mount. The second lens they've announced is a 14 to 24mm 2.8 DG HSM art lens. There's a theme going on here. And then the one that they're calling the Bokeh Master is the Sigma 105mm 1.4 art lens.
Amazing looking lens. It looks really good.
It looks like a beast of a lens. So if you already own a 105 lens, keep an eye on the reviews on this one coming out in the near future on the likes of Petapixel, even our blog site as well. Really worth a look. They haven't announced any form of pricing, so no idea what it's going to cost. They do have plenty of tech spec on Sigma's website at the moment.
Okay.
Out there on these 3 particular lenses, but don't worry everyone. They do come in Nikon, Canon, and most importantly, they will come in Sigma Fit. So it's suitable for everybody that's out there in the market. So yeah, I'm excited to see what the other 4 are, but I am genuinely very excited about that.
The interesting thing is actually, I think we've got another kind of little thing going here. I've announced a brand new awesome studio flash, I should say. Ben's announced an awesome new entry-level Sekonic Flashmate light meter, and we've got a 105 1.4 portrait lens. So
That's
I think
the perfect setup, isn't it?
you buy this, buy that, buy one of those, buy a Sony, done. You've got an awesome portrait kit. So
or Nikon or Canon.
Yeah,
or even Sigma.
Canon.
Or even Sigma.
Yeah.
Let's not be biased.
Yeah, most definitely.
All across there.
I can't wait to see that 105 now, hearing more about it, because get that 1.4 as well. I know there was one by Nikon released, but obviously just for Nikon, and a little bit on the high price side. So I'll be very intrigued to see what Sigma prices 105mm at, because they are known to produce excellent quality for very low value.
They're very decent compared to price. So
yeah.
That's me rounded up for the Sigma, but let's get on to something a little bit more exciting. Every year here at Clifton we keep an eye on Amatuer Photographer magazine, and most importantly,
what's that
awards.
Oh
yeah.
Yes.
So first of all, we would like to say a massive thank you to everyone who's voted in the AP Good Service Award. We have got gold for the
8th year?
8th year running.
2011 onwards.
Yeah. Kicking ass.
So thank you very much. In all fairness, this one actually looks rather sparkly and rather nice. Don't know how well you can see it like that. We'll get a close up for you as well. But as great as this is, let's talk products, because it has been a very intriguing year, 2017, for product releases. So I'm going to hand you over to our presenter for tonight's awards evening, and that is Gareth.
Welcome to the 10 o'clock news. No, I'm joking. This is, so AP Awards happened a couple of weweeks ago.
Yep.
And they announced some really exciting winners, some that are kind of like a given for us anyway, knowing that the products we deal with. So just to start with, I think, okay, this is worthwhile saying because how popular they've been, is in terms of accessory of the year, you've got Lee coming in with their ProGlass IR ND range. Because as Ben was saying earlier, more and more people are using CSCs and DSLRs for video production. We all know they're using Hollywood quite regularly as well because of their convenience. So the IR ND is all about cinematography. So it really emphasises on that side. So I am not surprised by that at all.
Brilliant products.
Next up line to talk about a lens. You've got Tamron's amazing 70 to 200 2.8 USD VCG2DI.
Well
that's
said.
not in the right order. Not in the right order, but I got there. Now, in terms of why I think that is a very, very good win, when you look at the competition from Canon in the L series, you've got Nikon in the ED,
the G ring,
BR, the f2.8E model. You've also got Sigma as well. Tamron have done really well there. It's a great price lens, so well done to them.
Yeah.
So next in line, you've got a couple of wins from Fujifilm. They have won the mirrorless prime lens with the 50mm f2 XF lens. Awesome bit of kit. An Enthusiast interchangeable lens camera in the XT20. Now, I think we've all had a little play with the XT20,
nice.
and it is
very
good. It's very small, very convenient. I had an XE1 when it first launched, and yeah, I thought that was amazing. They've just got that better and better, so no surprise there at all. Again, next in line was Consumer Interchangeable Lens Camera of the Year. There's quite a few of these because CSC is but they're doing amazing at the moment. We know, we've seen the numbers and things like that. So Olympus, well done to you. EM10 Mark III, or OMD EM10 Mark III, just to make sure I get it right.
I believe we did a video of that as well that you can see.
Hashtag advert.
Is it that one?
Yes,
on
YouTube. This side.
Okay. Again with Panasonic, I think we all like Panasonic. They have come through and through. They are kind of the market leaders in videography with CSC with regards to the GH5 in terms of production level, quality and performance. So well done to them. Their awesome G9 basically won the premium interchangeable lens camera of the year, and the GH5, the awesome bit of kit that is, won premium
video mode product of the year.
Thank you. Sorry,
video mode product. I typed this out, not G, so that's probably why it's tripping.
His words, not his.
My words,
thank you very much.
So.
With regards to Canon, we have to mention them as well.
Yeah.
They are winning DSLR Prime Lens of the Year with the gorgeous 85mm 1.4.
It's a beautiful lens.
Yes, and Premium Compact is coming back, I feel. It is really improving where you've got your mid-range hyper zoom compacts like the TZ 100, TZ 70 still out there, etc. to then the premium end, and the G1X Mark III, which was introduced last year, won Premium Compact of the Year as well. So well done to them.
Very good award.
Sony had 2 awards. That's right, two. They had the Pro Mirrorless Award for the A7R Mark III, which was amazing. Again, we did a video.
yes,
up
we
there. Have I got that right? And Innovation of the Year was the A9, which was launched earlier on in 2017.
And again, another video. But that camera was incredible when it was announced.
For Sony to turn around for me and just say we're going to play with Nikon with the D5 and Canon with the 1DX Mark II, which are legendary cameras. They're out there, pros use them. For them to turn around and go, here's ours, brave move, and they've done really well with it, so well done to them. Now, this is the one when kind of, we're not surprised at most of these because we do agree with them, but there was one that was just a given. I think with Nikon introducing midway through 2017 with the D850, that was an award winner straight away. Again, we did a 2-part video of that one up there. You'll know all about these if you like and subscribe. So we did a 2-part video with Nikon with the D850, and it just launched, and it's just been amazing since then. I know a certain someone would like a D850.
Yes.
And I have another colleague that would like a D850 as well. So huge well done to them for winning both the Pro DSLR and the amazing product of the year as well. So I think that's awesome with everyone's news. D850, fantastic. Just a great awards, and everyone is a deserved winner.
Congratulations to everyone that's watched this. Right, so just like last week, to end off the show, I'm just going to go through 3 promotions that we currently have running / ending. So to get us rolling, the Canon EOS M100 actually has a £50 instant discount, just started on the 8th, which is actually the day that we're filming today. So take advantage of that. I believe that's on till mid-April. Okay. Panasonic fans, if you're thinking of moving on or upgrading, you probably need to do it sooner rather than later. Hate to be pushy, but there's currently up to £100 cashback on Panasonic cameras, as well as a 5-year extended warranty, but they both end on the 16th of March, so middle of next week.
Less than a week.
Less than a week. So if you are thinking of purchasing a Panasonic camera, check out our promotions page. You will see the images that Ben have shown on the screen.
Indeed.
Click on them, you'll go to some pages, and there's a massive list there. So that is this week's show. I hope you've enjoyed it. As sure we all hope that you have enjoyed it. Again, just a reminder, let us know if you have any comments, criticism. We're looking for it, because at the end of the day, if we don't hear it, we ain't going to improve. So hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to get in touch via email, comments. You can even give us a call or even pop into our store in Dursley. We really would love to hear from you. But until then, remember to hit that like button. Remember to hit that subscribe button for all of the people watching this on YouTube.
Notifications.
And notifications, that little bell, little ding. Yeah, and again, let's just, we really want to know what you think of the show. So thank you very much for watching this week, and until next time, see you later.
Bye. There's my...
That's not creepy at all.
Who wants to be a millionaire wave?